So, my plan to 500K per month completely failed. It flopped, and I quit. Let me show you why, all right? So, let's start off with the Facebook ads. Here's the Facebook ad account we used for home service. May 1st to June 15th, spent close to $34,000. We had 2 more accounts for Europe and New Zealand, Australia, so close to $40,000 spent in ads. We had a 2.5% click-through rate, $5 per click, 572 leads, and $60 per lead generated. Actually really, really good. Super happy with those ad results so far, but this is not where it fails. So let's continue. Let's go into Stripe and free trials. So if you go into my Stripe account right here, we can see here starting May 1st, and then we can just go through. Here you will see all of the different free trials that we generated, and you can see status unpaid or active. So here we have 20, here we have 40, most one active. Here we have 60 free trials, here we have 80 free trials, and up until 86. So today is June 15th. So far we have up from May 1st to May 26th, as you can see right here, we generated 86 free trials and only 7 of them converted into a paid customer. About 8%. Super low, super bad. I'm gonna talk more about that in a second. But if you continue here are basically people who are still on their free trial, and you can see the date where it ends here in blue, right? So the marketing went great for home service. Our sales system that we have for home service, basically driving traffic to a free course where people can onboard themselves and they can click here to start a free trial. This new sales system that we've used is working really, really well. The offer was great, got a ton of traction, a ton of traffic, a ton of free trials. But the little bit of but, right, is that most people did not convert into paying customers. This is what the big problem is, and this is what I'm gonna talk about in this video, right? So let's break down the numbers a bit more. Let's do this, all right? So Stripe and free trials, May 1st to June 15th. This is actually now in total, right? So this is, 572 leads generated, $34,000 in ad spend, $60 per lead. Super happy about that. Cost per free trial. So 240 free trials started with $34,000 in ad spend, $141 per free trial in 45 days. This is really, really, really good numbers. Really good numbers. Most people pay, if they have a cost per sales call generated for about $100 to $200, most people are very happy about that. And then they have a conversion rate. So they might pay $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 to get a new customer. We were getting free trials for $141. Super happy about that without sales calls, right? So again, just to clarify, we drove traffic here. They went through the course. They clicked here to start free trial. And the difference between a lead and a free trial is that some people filled out their information, but their credit card was not valid because we charged them $1 here, but we returned it immediately. So it is a free trial. We're just testing that their card is actually working, right? So we had, again, 572 leads, and then 240 out of those free trials actually, or 240 out of those leads actually started. So that's a 42% conversion rate. That's what to expect, I guess. But we basically paid $141 per free trial. Super happy with that in just 45 days into our ad testing. Actually, we've really good results. The media buyers on my team are ninjas, literally. May 1st to May 25th, 86 free trials ended, 7 converted to customers, 8% conversion, which is horrible, right? So if you go into Stripe, if you just go back here in time, right, we can see up until today, basically people who started their free trial 26th of May, today is June 25th. So 30 days ago, they started their free trial. In total, we've had from May 1st up until today, or we've had basically 86 trials who've ended, and only 7 of them continued to paying customers. And I would actually guess that even some of those people want a chargeback because they forgot about this, bought it, so they want a refund. We've had a ton of them already, right? So this is the problem. ROAS, return on ad spend. We spent close to $17,000 on ad in 25 days or 26 days. 7 customers generated, so we got $3,500 in revenue. So we basically went back, or we lost $13,000 within the first 25 days. And hey, I'm aggressive with advertising. $40,000 in ad spend over those days. Actually, it's to say 40 here, so those numbers are a little bit higher than, right? But it's still really good. I gave this a fair shot, going aggressively into it. We got a ton of ton of traction, ton of free trials started, but this is where it started to fail, right? And that is what I'm gonna talk about in this video, because this is a huge lesson, right? And so let's continue with this video. Let's talk about affiliates as well before I talk more about this, right? So within those times, like you guys watching my YouTube channel have been the people who've signed up for as affiliates for HomeService, right? Over 600 people, it's insane. And you guys are awesome and you did an awesome job. And your promotions wasn't the problem. You guys generated a ton of clicks and some of you generated a lot of free trials as well. But the people who converted into customers were pretty much non-existent. And that is why I made this video. That's what I'm gonna talk about in this video. So let me explain to you what the problem actually was, right? First of all, offer. We got a ton of traction, something new and unique, $497 per month instead of $2,000, no contracts, we had free trials, all of that, right? It worked really, really good. The marketing, $141 per free trial started. Customers leaving their credit card without a single phone call. Super happy with those results. And I believe in this marketing and sales system 110%. Basically selling software with a free course and a self-onboarding instead of demo calls, right? I'm a big believer in the system, but something else didn't work here, right? Let's continue. Sales system. The SaaS sales system works like a charm. Ton of free trials started without sales calls. This is a huge win, okay? Onboarding and adoption. We had a free course that people could go through. We had user flow guides. So we had videos walking through basically the potential customer, the prospect, how to set it up themselves without the demo call. They had a user flow guide. So as they got into the software, they could click through with user flow guides and kind of onboard themselves. So they had videos plus user flow guides. Plus we even hired and trained an onboarding specialist that had high level experience, and we filled our calendar with calls, back-to-back 1 hour calls, 8 calls per day, filled it. Only 2 to 3 people showed up per day, very low. And this still wasn't enough. People are still not converting. So why? Well, product market fit, all right? This lesson, I've known about this lesson, but this lesson right now cost me around $40,000, right? And I'm happy about it. I'm gonna tell you why in a sec. But we're selling a software to target market that's not tech savvy, right? Our software is called HomeService. We're selling a software to the home service industry, roofers, solar contractors, fencing, siding, all of these plumbers, all of these different guys, or mostly males. There are some females in this industry as well, but mostly males, 30 to 55, not used to sit in front of their computer, and they're not tech savvy, and this is where it failed hard, right? So biggest lesson. Product market fit is literally everything. Sell software to target market that's already tech savvy and knows how to use computers, and you will make it 100 times easier for yourself. So let's take, and my mentor basically told me when I was about to launch this, he was like, Max, this might be a problem for you, right? And I was like, no, this target market, they already have, in the roofing industry, they already use Job Nimbus and AccuLynx and all of these softwares like project management tools and all of that. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna work. And he was like, try it, but it's most likely gonna be a problem for you because they're not tech savvy. And I just brushed it off. I was like, I have to try this, right? And I'm glad that I did. I'm gonna explain to you why in a second as well. And this big lesson, I really understand it now. And then also, if you take Go High Level, for example, if you didn't know, Go High Level, when they built their software, they were trying to sell Go High Level directly to local business owners. And it failed. So what did they do? Well, they started to sell Go High Level directly to advertising agencies, to marketers. Why? Because us, the advertising agencies, we, the marketers, we love to sit in front of the computers. We know software, and we could then help them and adopt them into our specific industries. I'm not saying that selling SaaS and Go High Level to specific industries doesn't work. What I'm saying though is that if you're gonna sell a software to a target market, you're gonna make your life 100 times easier if you sell this specific software to a target market that loves to sit in front of the computer and knows how to use software, right? So clear example, free SMMA course that I have on my website, right? The target market, males, mostly males, 18 to 35. They're interested in marketing and online business. They love to sit in front of their computers and phones all day. Work like a charm. I have a super extensive course on how to start an SMMA course. You guys basically consume it like nothing, right? And then we have HomeService, selling software, marketing software to the home service industry. The target market, 35 to 55, pretty much only males. They're not tech savvy, and they're not used to sit in front of their computers. Most of these guys are plumbers or roofers or fencing companies. They're used to wearing all of the different hats within their business and being out in the field, like working with their hands. And trying to teach them how to use a software, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely a lot harder than selling a software to this target market, which is like the tech savvy ones, right? And I know this for a fact. I've done onboarding calls in my agency with roofers specifically, and some of them didn't even know how, like, where the mouse pointer was on their screen. And they're using an old computer that is laggy with bad internet connection, and they have like Windows 7, and it's everything is big and everything is super hard. And then when you try to onboard somebody into a free SMMA course, for example, most of you guys have gaming computers or new Mac computers, and it's just so much easier for you guys. So this is the big lesson. If you're gonna sell a software to a target market that is tech savvy. This is the big lesson that cost me around $40,000, and I want to tell you guys about it. And I want to have full transparency with this as well, because in this playlist on YouTube, I'm basically documenting my journey from going from an SMMA to a SaaS business, right? So what's next? I quit? Never, right? A quitter never wins and a winner never quits. But what's the way forward then? I'm changing my target market. All right, I'm not ending home service, but we're not advertising it actively anymore. So I'm gonna do the exact same model, everything that I'm teaching and everything that I've done so far for home service, selling SaaS this way. I'm gonna take that entire proof of concept, because I believe in the marketing system even stronger now than before that I did this test with home service. Why? Because I know that it works. We're getting a ton of people to sign up for the free trials. I know that this way of selling SaaS is insane. It is the future. But the product market fit needs to be there. If I was going to continue with the home service industry, I would most likely continue with the SMMA model, actually building a solution where they're done for you. They don't know how to do the tech, so you need to have a solution where you help them with the tech. I don't want to be in that business model anymore. I want to go all into SaaS. But if I'm going to go all into SaaS, I cannot be in the same target market as I am right now. I could be, but I know that it's going to be so much easier for me to sell software to target market that is more tech savvy. So why? Well, I just told you, and you should know that by now. Why am I changing the target market? You should know that by now. But to what target market, right? That is the big question. What target market am I going for? And I'm working on that. I have the target market already. We've already started to build and launch this as of right now. And I will reveal the exact target market very soon. So stay tuned.